it's great. I mean, if you listen to the Dixie Chicks, if you listen to Shania Twain, Faith Hill, then you're listening to country. I mean, it is cool. I mean, you can say it. I like country. I'm gonna go to the shows. It's okay. I just think it's, you know, sometimes it's not really cool to say that, but we're gonna prove this year that it is. When people hear the name Jessica Andrews, or when they watch me on TV or see my shows live or hear my music, I just want people to be able to say, that's a great artist with great music. And that's my goal. That's what I want people to do, is when they hear my songs go, wow, what a great song. And what a great live show. I just want everything in my career to be great. And that's what I work for every day, is to try to be better and better and better at what I do. And I just hope that people can see that. I probably knew I wanted to sing when I was 10 years old. I entered my 4th grade school talent show, and I just loved it. I mean, I looked forward to singing every weekend. I practiced every day of the week. I left public school in the 7th grade. Actually, the 8th grade. 7th grade year was my last year in public school. And that last year, I really believe my friends and I were growing apart. You know, I was leaning more towards my career in singing. That was my life. That's what I did. I wanted to do it every day. And they were involved in sports and cheerleading, which is great. You know, that was wonderful. I probably would have done the same thing had I not been singing.
I think it's really neat just to like turn on the TV and she's there.
When I hear Jessica Andrews, the name, it reminds me of someone who knows what they want and is not afraid to go after it.
You know, I just noticed that there was a difference in me, and you know, I wanted to be in Nashville and wanted to be being in the studio was something that I loved to do. What I'm doing now, I wouldn't change for anything in the world, honestly. Everyone lives in my house that I can date at 16, and I'm 17. And I haven't been on my first date yet. I would love to. I mean, I would make time. It's just that I haven't found anyone yet that, you know, really gets what I'm doing, or, you know, and I've always thought that I would have to know someone before I went out on a date with them, because that would be so weird to just go out on a date with somebody I didn't know. That's just me. I'm gonna look for someone who definitely knows how the entertainment business is and gets everything and understands why I have to do what I have to do and why I have to be gone all the time. They'll definitely have to understand that. And someone who's funny, caring, very outgoing. Just, you know, I want to go out with someone one day. If I decide I want to take a trip to England or something, or the Bahamas, they'll just go, yeah, let's go, instead of going, no, we can't, you know. If I ever go out on my first date, it'll probably be a little uncomfortable, I think, at first, just because it's a first date, you know. It's something that's, you know, everybody remembers their first date probably, or not. But it's gonna be interesting. I'll probably be a little shy. He'll be shy. Who knows if we'll kiss? I hope it's a good date. I hope we can have a kiss goodnight. Who knows? Unbreakable Heart was my favorite from my first album, and a song that I hope to be doing 50 years from now. That song is so special to me. It just has such a beautiful message, and it's so light, and, you know, it's almost like a lullaby when you hear it. And that's the way when I first heard it, I was just like, that's a beautiful song. An empty room. Looking for songs, I just look for great songs. That's the bottom line. I don't really say, I'm looking for this, or I want to sing about this. I just, you know, we get the word out to all the songwriters and publishers that we're looking for the best material in Nashville. And it takes a long time to listen to all the songs and find the magical 10 or 12 that works. And we spent a year and a half looking for those songs, and I actually got to do some writing for this album, and I have a song on there that I co-wrote with two of my favorite songwriters, singer-songwriters. And I just don't really think it's anything in particular that I'm looking for. I just look for the best things I can find. It's definitely easier going into the studio on this album, just because I was much more confident and more aware of everything that was going on, and the tracking when you go in with the musicians and track songs, and then when you do overdubs, and all that stuff in the first album, I was just kind of like, all right, so what are we doing here? What are we doing now? But I was much more a part of everything this time around, and much more comfortable, and I think I sang better. I was much more confident and wanted to be more vocally challenged on this album. The songs, I'm just so proud of everything that we did on this album. I really am. And I think that's all a reflection of how much more confident we were going into this album. I feel like it's all too much. There are certain days when I go, okay, that's it. That's too long. You know, we can't do anything else. We can't cram anything else into this day. There are certain days, but as far as my career goes, I am more than happy that I'm staying busy right now and that people are loving my music, and that's just something I've waited my whole entire life for, and it's paying off, and I'm so happy right now. I really am. Did you think I had an unbreakable heart? Of healing and getting you through things. I really believe that, because I just take my life day to day, for instance. You know, if I'm in a good mood, I'll listen to music. If I'm in a bad mood, if I'm mad, if I'm sad or happy, music is just, it has a way of making you feel all these different, you know, feelings and emotions. And I guess that's why I have such a deep passion for music, is because, you know, if I'm feeling great, the best thing in the world to do is just crank up a great song, you know? And the same goes for if you're in a hard situation in your life, if you're in the hospital or you're trying to overcome a sickness or anything. And I think if you have a positive attitude and a positive outlook on things, it can help. And music helps you through those things. I really believe that. It has a way of helping you heal. I was really excited when the idea came around that Billy and I could possibly tour together this year. And of course, Billy wanted to be happy with it, and so did I, so we all talked about it. And before we all agreed, we were just like, okay, is this going to make sense? And from the beginning, I was like, I really think this would be great, because over the past 2 years, I've got to tour with Faith Hill and Trisha Yearwood, and it's been amazing. It really has. But one thing that I really missed in our shows was all of the young people. And I think the younger people they're like, oh, I don't know if I should go to this show because it's a country show, you know? And I wanted to show everybody that it's a great show. It's going to be well put together. It's not a kiddie show. It's going to be for the entire family, people of all ages. It's going to be really fun, lots of fun. Billy and I are both very serious artists, so we want everything to be taken seriously, and I think it's going to be really great, and I think we're going to get a lot of young people into our show, which is really awesome. My mom never put me in any position where I was uncomfortable anytime. If I didn't want to wear a certain thing or if I didn't want to sing a certain thing, it wouldn't happen. I think that was her, you know, teaching me that in life there are going to be things that you don't really want to do or that are going to be uncomfortable, but in some things you have to do. But you know, if it's not really you and you don't believe in it, then don't do it. You know, and that's one thing I always encourage all the new artists too. I'm always saying, you know, please make sure that everything you do is what you want to do, because it reflects only on you. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about you, and you should make sure you're happy and satisfied with everything. And that's something my mom always instilled in me, was like, do you like this? Are you sure? Okay, if not, we'll change it.